everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend, and I'm on board Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas as she's doing a random weekend sailing before she repositions up to Bayonne, New Jersey to continue the rest of the summer season for 2024. So I wanted to show you my Boardwalk View Balcony. Boardwalk View Balcony? Boardwalk Balcony. Boardwalk Balcony that I'm staying in. It is 12329, and it is the very first balcony when you walk out on the boardwalk at the aft section of the ship. So it's the last balcony technically, but it is the first one to the Aqua Show and the Aqua Theater. So I am really excited to be able to have beautiful views there, and I can't wait to get out on the balcony and show you what they look like. All right, so welcome to the outside of stateroom 12329. It is a boardwalk balcony on board Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. As you see, the hallway ends here, so we are in the very aft section of the ship, and you are going to be the closest boardwalk balcony to the Aqua Suite, Aqua Theater, which a lot of people really enjoy. If you go all the way down the hallway, it is a long hall to get to the actual midship elevators. So if you have mobility issues or just don't like walking a lot on a cruise ship, this is probably not going to be a great room for you. But if you want to come for amazing views of the Aqua Show and the Aqua Theater, highly recommend it. And we're going to show you that here in just a second. So coming on in here, you're going to have a full-length mirror over here on the left. Hey everybody, see me cowering to make sure I get everything in the angle. And you're going to have your desk here. The chair, it is a step up from a stool, I will say. It's not the worst in the world, but it's not my favorite either because it doesn't have a lot of back support. But it is there. You're going to have good plugs in here. So this is a 2018 cruise ship, so you see that this actually has a USB-A and a USB-C, which I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen a USB-C on a cruise ship before. You're going to have 3 different plugs and 1 European plug there as well. There is no drawer directly underneath the desk, but you've got plenty of drawer space on the cabinet beside of it. So the top section pulls out. You're going to have your chiller down here, which I believe you can put a lock on it. So if you've got kids in here and don't want them getting hold of your alcohol, you can always use that as well. You can have your hair dryer up here. And I've heard from my female viewers that I need to call out that these hair dryers, they're not the best in the world. So you may want to consider bringing your own hair dryer if that is something that you may want to do. I've been storing my shoes over here on the left. I always like to find a good place to kind of get them out of the way. And I feel like that has done it. TV, fine size TV, feels a little bit small, but it's close enough to the bed that that is not going to create a problem. So if I come over here to show you the bed, you see that it is your normal Royal Caribbean king size bed. So it can split into 2 different queens. The nightstands do have the ability to move and be put in the middle. So if you want to do that, you can. You're going to have 2 plugs underneath the light. I shouldn't say 2 plugs. You're going to have switches underneath the lights to turn each one of those on individually. Then over here on the right, you have one that will also control the lights in the room when you crawl into bed. I recommend having a 10-foot charger. If you travel any, this room, you don't need it, but this is the first cruise ship in ages that I've stayed in that has a plug beside of the bed. So 10-foot cord's kind of overkill for this, but I bring it just because I'd rather have one too long than need it to be longer and not able to make it that way. You're also going to have storage. So you've got good storage on both sides of the couch. You're going to have your safe, and then you're going to have some drawers down below. So if you're going somewhere for a good period of time, you're going to see that there are plenty of storage options for you. I believe this couch also pulls out, so you might be able to get 4 people in here. Not a travel agent, don't hold me to that. It looks like you can. But I've actually enjoyed sitting on the couch with my laptop more so than I have this chair over here. So that's been my favorite spot to hang out. You will see that there is additional storage over here. That is where I have tucked away my suitcase, bags, more hanging. And pro tip, if you've never been on a cruise before, always make sure you push your hangers together. If you don't, they're going to rattle each other. Coming over here to the ship sign or ship image, we are all the way in the back. So I always love showing you where that red dot is. That is where our room is. We are very much so in the back section of the ship. Let's come on into the bathroom. Now the bathroom here, it's a little bit small. The sink is especially small. I feel like I hit my head on the faucet trying to brush my teeth. But you know, it gets the job done. It still works. Shelving, I've been pleased with. There's enough of it. Not enough countertop space. You know, I love my countertop space. And the shower here takes the approach of one solid door that's going to open. But the problem with my door is it doesn't stay open. So it's constantly closing on me. You will have a detachable shower head, and you're going to have your all-in-one body wash, shampoo, conditioner, everything soap in here. So I'd probably bring your own. Pro tip on the shower, let me get you in here real quick. You'll see that it's got this knob up here. So once you turn it, it's gonna, oh, I shouldn't turn it on while I'm filming, that's dangerous. It'll get to a certain point and it's gonna stop. If you hold that button and you will be able to turn it further, you will get additional water pressure. And on the other side, if you're adjusting the temperature, you will get hotter water. It's safety mechanisms and water saving mechanisms that they use. So the reason that you might want to book this room is because you're going to have beautiful views of the Aqua Show and the Aqua Theater. The Boardwalk, So, well, let me start by just telling you about the chairs. There are 2 chairs that are here. There's nothing special at home about. Keep the table over on the right, because when you walk out here, you're going to want to walk straight out like I'm going to do. So you'll see, I'm going to start over here on the left-hand side. You've got your carousel. You've got some kids riding on it. Adults can do it too. You're going to have Johnny Rockets. You're going to have Sugar Beach. You're going to have the hot dog stand. You're going to have playmakers directly below. There's lots of things that you can do. Every now and again, you're going to hear a kid screaming in the Great Abyss. There's probably actually an adult screaming in the Great Abyss, coming down from deck 13 all the way to deck 5. But this is your Aqua Show. And so you see that it is super close. On longer sailings, they're even going to play movies here. I don't know if it's an ideal room for movies because you can't really get a good view of the screens. But for the Aqua Show, it is perfect. The only thing that you're missing, you'll see there's a high dive right there, and there's another one over here behind the Great Abyss that you're going to miss unless you're sitting down. If you sit down, you might be able to see it. But otherwise, it'll be a fantastic place to watch the show, and you don't have to worry about getting tickets to that must-see event on board Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. All right, so let's talk about some of the bad things to this room. There's a lot to like about this room, mainly that you can see the Aqua Show and the Aqua Theater. But that's going to come with a trade-off. The trade-off is that in all the staterooms that I've stayed in, and I've stayed in, I don't even want to think how many staterooms. This is hands down the loudest stateroom that I've ever stayed in. And that is me saying something. And the reason for that, the speaker systems that they're using for the Aqua Show, for movies that they play out there, they're loud. It's even, what, 2 o'clock, 2:30 on a port date in Coco Cay. There's some lady out there on the PA system or on a microphone at the carousel that I can hear in the cabin. There's always something going on in the Boardwalk. So know that this room in particular, the other ones are all going to have some of that. But because this is so close to the Aqua Show, which I love, it comes with the trade-off of it's loud. I wanted to go to bed last night early because I made not good decisions on Friday night. And I couldn't sleep because the Aqua Show went until 11:30 at night here. At least the music piece of it went until 11:30, and it was so loud. I mean, it almost shakes the room a little bit during when the bass kicks up. So just know if you're coming here, this room is going to be really, really loud. But it's a great location. I love watching the Aqua Show out on the balcony. So it's a trade-off on what's going to work best for you. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon. And if you want to join me on a weekend cruise, make sure you're checking out the group newsletter below.